Hello peeps, it's the Hillbilly Halfwit. How are you today? Just want to say thank you to everybody for watching that video yesterday. Um, really appreciate it. Lots of you, thousands of people have watched it, and I think we've actually headed this one off. For a small little channel like mine, uh, and I'm a nobody really, we've got 15 or 16,000 people to spread this word, and hopefully the message gets out there to keep out of the way, because you'll get in trouble otherwise, I think. So obviously there's some kind of an operation going on, because if you look at the little short I put up before, so lots of the top newspapers are putting out pictures of Nazi leagues organising protests. We know that's a load of nonsense. If you were a member of the Nazi League, as if you were going to be running around on the street letting everybody know you're a member, it's complete and utter nonsense. We all know it. It doesn't exist in the UK. Most of these things that are prescribed are actually state-run things. We all know that. It's happened for years. When I was a nipper, it was all happening when the BNP was all around. They were creating these groups um, and prescribing them, and then saying they were running riot. These groups didn't exist. They were actually state-run things. And I think I remember I did a video last year about one of the guys who was the head of one of these really far-right groups, who was caught, was actually a spy for MI5. And then when it went to court, the BBC, fair play to the BBC for a change, had to force the government into saying that he was working for him. So this is what's going on. And then they encourage people to go out and march, and you get in trouble. And I think you people out there have got a bit of sense now. And like I said, I know I'm a nobody really, but if it's helped somebody from getting into trouble, just putting a video up here, I'm a happy man. So somebody said in the comments yesterday, which is a really good idea, these ladies from Epping, obviously they can see there's something happening there, have started going out and marching themselves. So, oh, what a good idea. You've got to be smart with these things. So the ladies, they can't accuse them of being Nazis, surely to Christ. If I was a lads thinking about this now, just from my own experience of this farming protesting the last couple of years, this is what I'll say anyway. All the big farming protests, and everybody is well-intentioned, the ones that are organised and they know the state knows what's going to happen, end up as nothing. They're waiting there for you. That's what happens. They're waiting there for you to either cover it all up so nobody hears about it, or they're waiting there to create some trouble. Now, before all this, I'm not saying about the thing of it all. You have to remember the miners' strike, the same thing happened in the miners' strike. They got everybody to get to a certain place, and then that big Battle of Orgreave happened. Same thing happened with the countryside with the hunting ban years ago. When I was a nipper, my uncle and my mum went to one of them marches in London. Basically, people were harassed into fighting there. They were being pushed around, forced into it. People who didn't want to. It turned into a very, very ugly situation, and that was done on purpose, because the people that went there didn't want any trouble. And that's why I say when you march in London, you're better off keeping from there, because they know you're coming and they want you to cause trouble so they can get you in the media the next day how bad you are. But what did work with the farming protests, which has stopped now sadly, was spur of the moment things. So when they don't know you're coming, so for instance, if you wanted to do a little march with all your people in your area, just do it. Don't inform anybody, just go for a little small, nobody can stop you and a group of people going for a walk. Simple as that. They can't stop you, and they can say they might pull the what's it called, and start saying something about it, but they can't stop you really. It's your right to walk where you want. Now, if you inform these people about these protests, they can inform other people to come there and protest against you, can't they? You've got to use your head a bit. Sorry, the wind is here a bit. You've got to use your head a bit And this good idea with these ladies doing it as well. If you have a spur of the moment thing, nobody can get planned and prepared and bust these people in to basically try and change the narrative. Like I said, I'm a nobody, but thankfully, I think we may have headed this one off at the pass. Just a little channel like mine, and I helped anyway. So obviously it isn't the weekend yet, and they're still trying their best to get people worked up. But I do say to people, use your heads, keep out of it for this weekend, because it just looks like too much like there's something being set up. Now, the video I did before, when they blow up like that, a video and there's lots of people watch them, I can't reply to every comment, which I always try to, and because it just gets too much then, the comments come in so fast. And some people were saying I was a bit of a communist lover because I didn't totally dislike Jeremy Corbyn. Now, let me get this straight. I'm far from it. I'm no commie lover at all. I'm living in Wales, where we're basically being run like a communist state by a load of Fabian nut jobs. And now in Wales, we've got basically all the parties have joined together and they're working as one against the people, really. Now, what I was trying to say about Corbyn, if you think about it, Corbyn and Tony Benn especially, Tony Benn was a favourite of mine when I was younger. My politics have changed since then, but he was one of these people who he'd never lie, he'd say things to you straight, he'd debate people really thoroughly and fairly, and then leave at the end of the meeting with a handshake. And I believe that's how it should be with politics. You don't have to hate everybody that you don't agree with. Now, underneath, the trouble with Corbyn, as I said in the other video, is he's mixing with too many of these terrorist groups, in my opinion. That's not everybody's opinion, obviously. But like with Tony Benn, for instance, I know I'm going off on a tangent again. Tony Benn was anti-EU, as I I didn't think that just because we joined a trading bloc in Europe that they should have powers over our country. And Tony Benn didn't think the same, thought the same. And he actually worked there as a minister. He said it was just a Freemasons gathering, really. So, and they're not elected by us, really. So I just put that to the one side. But yeah, thank you for commenting. I always try and read all your comments. And that's why I only try and stay on YouTube, because when you start spreading your stuff too much, you can't keep up with the people that comment. And I try my best to comment, but like I said, when a video goes off, I can't always do it. So, like I said, I'm just a normal guy. I don't pretend to know everything. I like to swear, but I can't do it in every video, obviously. That's YouTube would ban me straight away. But thankfully, I think we might have helped this situation. And that's due to all you people watching and sharing and passing the information on to people, to telling them to be careful this weekend. And if everybody around the UK started doing the same thing, we'd be a lot better off. So there we are. That's the vid for today. So all the best, guys. Ta-da.